And we're back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. Let's talk about The Mandalorian, but first, get out of the way that I'm not a huge fanboy of Star Wars. I am a fan of sci-fi. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. I love Battlestar Galactica. I love these series and movies because it's escapism. That's basically it. There were some good things and some bad things about The Mandalorian. I love the fact that it has a brisk runtime of like 35 minutes, keep things going. Also, it looked and sounded like Star Wars immediately from the get-go. I was sucked into this world. We saw a lot of stuff. We saw these two planets. We saw new mounts. We saw this ice monster. We saw some vehicles, some space flight. So it really got me invested into the world, which I liked, which is actually quite a big compliment for the creators, because I don't think it's very easy to just establish that Star Wars atmosphere. Secondly, it was action-packed. There was a lot going on, as I said, but there's also some good fighting and some shooting. Really fun to watch. Also liked the appearance of Werner Herzog as one of these imperial or empire-ish generals. His German accent really established his character as authoritarian, so I really like that. But what I didn't like is the fact that the story is really, really thin. Again, there must have been a whole lot of details that I've missed, but the story about a bounty hunter, which is pretty much a story of Boba Fett, although in the series the character's not named as Boba Fett, but it's pretty much Boba Fett, let's be honest. About a bounty hunter, he's collecting some bounties, gets a special mission. He goes out there. Of course, he succeeds, and there's a little reveal at the end. And that's pretty much it. Also, the bounty hunter has a troubled past. Really? I mean, almost every character in Star Wars has a troubled past, so we were treated to some flashbacks with a mother and a little child running away from all kinds of bad things. I mean, again, we've seen and done that. So I thought that was pretty disappointing. But the biggest disappointment is pretty much the character itself. I mean, there's a reason why Boba Fett was never a main character. He's a fun character, he's an interesting character, but he's not suited as a main character because he's wearing this mask, okay? Or this helmet, I should say. He pretty much looks like a glorified Xylon from Battlestar Galactica, if I'm really honest. Although he is interesting, you know, he's a bounty hunter and he's sort of mysterious with a troubled past, as I said. But it is hard for me to sympathize with a character that's wearing a helmet constantly. You know, you don't get to see his facial expressions, body language. It's really difficult to sort of tax his feelings and just to identify with him as well. That's, I think, the biggest problem, and I don't know whether that will keep me engaged for the whole series of like 10 episodes. You know, I'll probably watch it, but I'm not sure if it's going to work, okay? And I know that such a bounty hunter is part of the lore and the canon, but does it make for interesting television, you know, to keep viewers engaged in this character? I don't think so. I am pretty skeptical about that. If I have to put a number on this first episode, I'd say it's a 7 out of 10, but mostly because of the combat robot, or the bounty combat robot at the end of the episode. That was really fun. And pretty much a waste that he got killed off almost immediately because he brought a lot of humor to the episode. And also, again, something to add to the main character. They could have chosen a new actor, you know, an unknown actor with a lot of talent as a bounty hunter. I mean, there were bounty hunters plenty throughout Star Wars. You know, why take Boba Fett or Boba Fett-ish character why not take a new character, you know, that you can actually see, you know, his face, and have Boba Fett as a sort of a side character throughout the episode, as a mentor of sorts. I don't know. I'm just ranting a little bit here, but that's what I think of The Mandalorian. I will be watching it, but I'm a little bit skeptical. So let me know what you guys think, and see you next time. Bye.